Hey, what's up?
Good evening.
What's going on? I know, I know me. I've been going back and finishing up editing my stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah. How
I've
does
been
how does that first behavioral state machine look? I tried to be pretty spot on with her. I felt kind of weird, kind of doing exactly what she said, but I have a lot of other ones that I can do myself.
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't even had a chance to look at it. I've been trying to build this web page all day. I'm trying to figure out how to host it.
Yeah.
I'm having issues getting stuff. So I just signed up for the AWS student account, so I'm gonna see
Mhm.
if I can put it in there.
Yeah. I think was it Dr. B that said that we get like free credits with that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Trying to figure out. So semester I took the web development class and we used that 000 web host. So I uploaded all the files in there, but it doesn't like me. So I'm
As
trying to
it
figure
can.
it out.
It's never easy to use the free stuff. That's never easy.
No,
Okay,
and
with AWS, the only things that I know of that could possibly be used is AWS Amplify and Mobile Hub, but I don't know anything about them.
Okay. Yeah, we can keep that in mind while we try to find something for
are you guys
sure.
hearing me? Oh, let me go grab my headphones real quick.
Okay. Now I think the next little bit is going to be us pretty much preparing presentations, correct?
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yep. Can hear you fine.
All right.
Um. Anyway, so we're in the last round at this point, right? After we edit everything, we're doing presentations,
Yeah.
and we're finished with this half.
So I'm gonna share my screen real quick, kind of show you what Josh and I have been working, and not Josh, Jonathan and I have been
Hmm.
working on this website like all day. So let me share my screen, and I'll show you what I got. And he's actually I'm just working on the UI,
Okay.
and he's working on making it work.
Right.
So
Uh, and right now, the login feature works 100%. Was going to add an event, but it looks like it was going to take more time than we actually had. Uh, so we decided to go ahead and just do register. Right now, I'm trying to figure out what the heck's going on with my Android Studio, though,
Okay.
because it
okay,
gets freezing up.
you guys can see my screen.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Okay, so this is what I got so far. And like I said, these are just the UIs. So I'm just going to go. This is going to be right here is going to be a drop down to choose your school, but the text is not being friendly with me. So I'm still working on this. But
Yeah.
so I got that, and I got there's a student home. Now we just went with like the basic requirements. So calendar, inbox, survey.
Yeah, I think that definitely starting with that will be apt. And if we have the time, resources, whatever, y'all are already talking about Android Studio not being nice to y'all. So, whatever we can add without it breaking things, we can do from there for sure.
All right, stop it. Okay, this does scroll. It's not going to work right now because I don't have my mouse. Anyway, this will scroll so you can. Anyway, it's how the student registers. Let's see what I got. Here is. Come on. Inbox. Now I have a list with like fake emails, but for some
Hmm.
reason it's not showing up. So
Gotcha.
anyway, I don't code, so for me this is like a big accomplishment. Um,
I'm with you
and
there. I don't care either.
here's the calendar view. And then I've been doing the EAP admin side. So here is that. So they'll log in. There's going to be an EAP admin option under Choose School.
Okay.
So they can, once they log in, it'll bring them there. Let's see, where else did I get?
Yep, I'm seeing that. It seems
Okay.
pretty much in line with what we've
Yep, here's
been
the list of
working on.
events. See, I got this list to show up, but the other list won't show up.
Right.
I don't know. And then they can do, this is the EAP admin can add an event. So that's where I'm at right now. Still have to do their send a message, and did I do surveys? Oh, right here.
I saw push survey and
Okay, here's, yep. It's not, I haven't got there yet.
okay.
But so far, that's what we got. And then Jonathan is making it work, right, Jonathan?
That's correct. Currently, we do have an AWS cloud database using RDS, and it is successfully connected to it, which is what the login service is currently using. So it's actually hitting a database in the cloud, doing, checking to see if an account exists, and then returning an account object back.
That sounds good.
And then I just still need to work on the on clicks. So I don't know how to do that, but I'm looking it up. So like how to click through the pages. So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the way I'm handling, the click buttons to actually execute the code to actually, to get everything going, is I'm using a listener that just any click action that happens, it will go through a switch statement and then route through that based on where we need it to go, whether we need it to go to the sign-in method or a register method, instead of actually setting on clicks.
Wow, that sounds all right.
Can you make the on clicks work so that it'll just click through the pages? I don't know how this.
I can try. Like I said, I am not an expert at mobile development.
I'm not an expert at development at all.
I can try to make it work.
This is reminding me of Java and HTML class for sure.
Yeah. So my problem is we coded in HTML for the last class, so I made the 000 web host page no problem, but I uploaded all the files and it doesn't like it. So I'm like, oh my.
Yeah, I can understand that.
What this project is using currently is Java for the back end, and then it's using Gradle to build.
I'm not familiar with Grail, but I coded some projects in Java back in the day.
Have you ever used Maven?
No, I mean the farthest we got with Java in our intro to software dev class was we used the Eclipse IDE to actually code in, and we never touched anything past that except I know in SQL, or sorry, database class, we did the tiniest bit of Java as well.
Yeah, well, with Java, you can create a Maven project, and what that does is it allows you to handle your dependencies and your properties in a certain way through the usage of a file called the POM, which is project object model. It allows you to automatically import dependencies. Like if you want to use external code, like say you need a driver, like a Postgres driver, which I used on this, you can set a dependency in your file to automatically download that. And there's a lot of dependencies out there that you can do that, and you can even change versions if you want to upgrade it. Gradle basically is the mobile app version of Maven.
Okay.
So it's allowing me to bring in external dependencies to the project to be able to utilize other code.
I actually had a coworker showing me that the other day. I think he was just doing JavaScript and HTML because he was doing some stuff with like his resume. But anyways, he had something kind of like that. I forget what his was called, but he would basically like import blocks of code. Like he would call it at certain parts of the code. So he can have like something to grab an image or something like that, and then he just imports it.
If you are interested in looking at the code, it's in GitHub right now. I can invite you, if y'all have GitHub accounts, I can invite y'all as collaborators so that you're able to look at it, clone it, play with it, and do whatever you want. Because we're all going to have to get into it, into the code next semester, because this is what we'll be working on.
Right. I don't have a GitHub account currently, but I can definitely make one.
Whenever you do, let me know what your user ID is, and I can send you an invite to collaborate on it.
Okay, that sounds good, for sure. Speaking
So
of
I-
next semester, I haven't registered for classes yet, which is kind of an oopsie, but I'm fairly certain that we'll all be in 4600 together. That's the only way that I can see this kind of going. It'd be kind of weird. Different people were working on different people's work. I could see it working, but I imagine that's what she's going to want to do.
Go ahead, Jonathan.
Go ahead.
Oh, so Jonathan talked to Dr. B, and I talked, and anyway, she'll put us in the same groups.
Sweet. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Unless you don't class next semester, then when you come back to the class, you'll be in with a strange group. Because I asked about that.
I'm sure. I mean, it depends on the group, obviously, but what I imagine immediately there is that everyone else is already in their flow, and it would probably be a little hard to get antiquated with what they did. That being said, we've all gone through the same class, so I'm sure it's like, okay, these people made their CRC cards this way. Okay, they used this information to do this. I'm sure it all kind of poured over, especially if you can be on the same, like how we're doing the app. I'm sure it'd be weird if you went over to the other project, but if you went over to the app project with another group, probably wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I was kind of curious about that.
So I think so this is due tomorrow at midnight. I think the biggest hurdle right now is getting it hosted.
Right.
So.
I agree.
So I'm gonna try really hard. If anybody else wants to like research it,
Yeah.
and help, because I have towards Tuesday morning, I gotta go take a Server Plus test, so I have to like study.
Ooh, yeah.
At some point.
I think that's kind of a big one. I have a friend taking server right now. It seems really fun, but
it is.
It's a CompTIA test.
It is. Yeah, exactly. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
So I really do need to study. So
yeah, I can feel that. I mean, I feel like if she recommended, because she recommended like 000 web host and AWS. So I figure if we just have trouble with that, we can probably email her and let her know. And if for whatever reason something's broken or something isn't working the way that she expects it to, then she can maybe work with us on that. I figure if y'all have already like exhausted a lot of your options, then maybe we should reach out to her. I don't have a problem going and try to do some research, but I just don't imagine that anything that I do is going to be super different from what she's done teaching the class and what y'all have been doing, actually getting your hands dirty with the app.
yeah.
Well, the only experience I personally have with hosting anything in AWS is just a plain website, which I can do with EC2. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if it'd be anything similar with setting up the files there. I'll try to do a little research and see what it will take to do. I don't know if you even can on EC2 since it's mobile.
Yeah, that's kind of the weird thing is unlike other people, we can't just have HTML. It's a mobile app.
Yeah. So I signed up for the AWS account, which is actually not. It's hosted by somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to figure out how to work this, I guess.
If need be, I can also try it on my end. I can try to sign up for AWS using my stuff and try to play with it. I'll see what I can figure out. Like I said, all I'm going to be doing between now and tomorrow, and it's Thanksgiving breaks, but we still work the first couple days of the week. Now, I'll have all my stuff edited, and I'll try to have something tangible at least try AWS tonight. I'll at least get on it and see
Yeah,
what I can do.
sign up for that GitHub account because we've got all the code in there. So if you can figure it out, then the code's in there. Jonathan, I'll upload the again what I have because I added those EAP admin pages, and then
Okay.
well, I guess we'll just need to work on the on click, I guess. But right now, I'm more worried about hosting it than anything else. So
Hmm. Yeah, if we can at least host what we have, we'll be a lot more ahead of the game than worrying about some of the smaller stuff.
I will give you a status update on the second feature that I'm trying to build right now, which is the register account. So the way I've got it set to click a button works for the sign-in, but for some reason not for register. So I'm working on figuring out what that bug is. But once I get that fixed, it's literally going to be almost instantly done because some of the groundwork's already been done, and most of the difficult stuff is database stuff, and I've already got a database class going, and then a little light validation.
That sounds good. Yeah, like I said, I'll try to pull and at the very least try out AWS. And I'll make my GitHub account. I'll go ahead and get on there now and start that process. And I'll give Jonathan my account name, my user ID for sure. Um, Other than that, so basically our mainstay right now is going to be getting this thing functional and then working on presentations, right? Speaking of
yes,
presentations, how do you want to set that up? I know, Jonathan, I'm pretty sure you had already written up a bunch about the security
security.
portion, correct?
Yeah, I decided to head up the security section because I already know a little bit about what's needed to secure an application. Now, a mobile application, there's a little bit of difference, but my knowledge in securing a regular web application will still be useful.
For sure. Uh, I'm sure a lot of that still translates well. Um, but yeah, what other sections do we have available right now? I can start trying to write up something as soon as I'm done fixing my behavioral state machines and hooking myself up with GitHub and AWS.
Um,
Well, I know I volunteered for not only security, but I think it was the problem statement, since I originally wrote that up at the beginning, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. I did purpose. So if there's a section on that, I can definitely handle that. Um, I don't know about you guys. I don't know if this helps y'all or anything. I know y'all are all like not on campus at all. Y'all are states away, correct?
well, not states away. I'm in Lafayette.
Okay, gotcha.
Hey,
I
hey, we have a GitHub resource repository.
I'm not sure.
Jonathan,
What was the question?
we have a GitHub resource repository.
Do we?
Yeah, do we?
I would say that would be the GitHub account where we are storing the code.
I'm gonna check.
Uh,
Because I'm signing up for this AWS server, and so I created. I'm going through the create a project, and it says which repository do you want to use, and it gives me GitHub as a choice.
Yeah. We're using GitHub.
Okay, connect to GitHub.
Which service are you signing up for?
The AWS that she sent in the email.
Oh, just the whole AWS dashboard.
Yeah, it's like AWS student something.
I'm gonna have to look that up because in about 10 months I'm gonna have to start paying for the stuff that I use on there, and if I can get it discounted, I want to.
Yeah.
Actually, it turns out if you decide that you ever want to host your own web server, it's actually not that expensive, even when you're paying full price. If you get like I think it's the T2 or T3 micro, which is, it's not huge, but for a small website, it's actually quite good. It might cost you $100 a year because you pay by the hour, and it's like 0.003 cents an hour or something. So if you ever decide to do your own website, it's actually pretty cheap.
What's our repository name? Is it Team Purple?
Yeah, I think so. Team-Purple.
It's not the Jonathan Alexander -create Team Purple?
No, that's my user ID.
All right, we're gonna go with this.
I have like 5 different GitHub repositories, so I had to become pretty creative with usernames, and I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, I doubt that. I just DM'd you on Slack my user ID for GitHub.
Create project. Okay, I'll let you guys know if this works. I have no idea.
Yeah, it'd be cool. But
fair warning, I don't know how much you know about AWS, but they like to be highly certificate-based or permissions-based. So if it mentions something about a permissions issue, you need to go into IAM to work on security groups, or if you're trying to get access to a server, you might have to download a certificate file called a PIM file, and sometimes they want you to create your own using PuTTY.
Okay.
yeah, I can imagine.
It's setting up the project. I don't know how long it's going to take. So. We shall see.
Yeah. Bless you. Thank you. Okay. So
basically that's where we're at right now.
We're trying to get the app functional and most importantly hosted.
Yeah, Jonathan, I've been working pretty much all weekend on this, so.
Yeah. Okay. So we got finished document. I should be done with my behavioral state machines edited just by tonight.
Well, I mean, those aren't due because those are just revisions. So awesome if you guys get them done, but they're not due on the next sprint. Only this is due on the next sprint. The prototype, that's it.
When are the revisions actually due?
By the final project.
Oh, good, because I hadn't even thought about my revisions.
I haven't had a whole lot of time either. So yeah, I think the first week of December. So we have a little bit of time on the revisions.
Actually,
good. This is the first time I haven't been stressed.
I actually just remembered that I have an APA essay to do tonight anyways. I'll do that, and then tomorrow after work, I'll finish up on the behavioral state machines. I know actually what's cool is this is all due on the 26th, so we have a little extra day before we even have to submit the prototype.
Oh, it's not due till Tuesday?
Uh-huh.
11. It start Tuesday?
Yes!
I'm looking at it.
That'll be nice to have a whole extra day.
Here, just to be 100% with you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and post. I'm gonna go ahead and print screen and throw it in Slack, so y'all see what I see.
I mean, I totally believe you, but that makes me happy.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, there it is. I threw it in random. So good stuff there. I guess she's going a little easy since it's the break, and honestly, she's probably not like grading it necessarily yet anyway.
Oh yeah, awesome. Well, good. That makes me happy.
Yeah, for sure. So we have a lot of extra room to do that, especially since we're all going to have to work tomorrow, I imagine. So
yeah.
We'll have not only that evening, but an extra evening to iron out the rest of this weird stuff.
What's an IDE?
An IDE is an integrated development environment. It's basically Eclipse, NetBeans, things like that.
Yeah.
So this says no IDE connected. Do I connect it?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen again.
Okay.
So here I uploaded the code from GitHub. Now it says no ID connected. Let's do this.
Yeah, why not? Click connect. Oh, so you're using CodeStar, okay.
I just clicked create a project. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I'm sorry, Paul. I really am sorry for laughing.
No, laugh all you want because it's totally true. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I don't even know what CodeStar is, but I can find out what it's used for.
Connect to and clone your GitHub repository and start working. That's our repository, right? That's my GitHub account.
That would be the GitHub thing.
Okay.
Okay, so what you want to make sure that you use the clone thing from the GitHub thing. There's an actual URL that they give you to be able to clone projects.
All right.
And CodeStar is a cloud-based service for creating, managing, and working with software development projects.
Okay. All right. What did you send me? Did you send it to me in Slack?
I can, if you want, but I can also tell you where it is.
Okay.
If you click on, do you see that
download?
green button that says, yeah, click that, and it will, see that URL, copy that entire URL. You can click the button to the next of it right there, and it'll automatically copy to your clipboard.
Boom. Okay, where do we, oh
And then
God, where do we go
you
back?
paste that there.
I'm pasting. Go. Y'all, it's been a long day.
I don't know.
Copy. What? How do I clear this out? All right.
This is going to be what cripples the project.
I've already done this. Nope, go back. Oh God. What did I do? Son of a gun.
At like the top left, you clicked EAP pitch, which like went back to that main page.
Yeah, but, well, that's, because there was something down here that said that. Okay, let's see. GitHub. What? What is this? What is this? Where did this come from? Why is this in my GitHub? Go away. Okay. Hey, you know, I'm one step closer, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of, since we're all new to at least doing this, you know, having an Android like dev kit hosted on the web.
See if I can add one of you guys.
Also, just go ahead.
No, go. I'm assuming you guys probably have to have one of these accounts to add you. I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably pretty likely.
Connect to GitHub.
For the record, the actual screen share is kind of jumpy. It updates every like second, I'd say.
I don't have the best internet where I live, so.
It's pretty good considering if it's a bad internet. I just thought it was the screen share.
So did I.
Like it wasn't that bad. It's just like, yeah, that's kind of what I expected. I was just letting you know. So
Wait,
if we
it's
take
this
the
one,
time.
right? Oh, you're not there. Sorry. So what you're saying is I'm talking and you guys aren't actually seeing what I'm doing while I'm saying it.
Well,
Right.
it's a slight delay.
It's about a second or two behind all the time. So if we don't like respond immediately or see what you're doing immediately, that's why.
Okay. So it let me pick this one.
Yeah, Jonathan Alexander is the repository, I guess, host. Um, you are a collaborator on it, but it's based out of my repo, so that might work. I don't know, because it also mentions Team Purple to the left.
Oh, wait, go back. Okay. Team Purple, all open. I mean, okay, we'll go with that. No match. Okay, well, I'm going to keep working on this. So maybe I can get this to work.
All right. Fair enough. I sent Jonathan my user ID. He can give me access to be a collaborator on the GitHub thing, and I'll get on AWS as well. Maybe if I can get on AWS, you can play with inviting people to that host.
I'm working on getting adding you as a collaborator right now.
Sounds good. Also, as far as like AWS credits, did you go to like the Microsoft Imagine or Azure? I don't know entirely like what they call it now, um, but is that where like the credits are?
So that email that I sent you, let me see if I can, that's not it.
I can open up Outlook.
This one here. Oh, I stopped sharing my screen. It's been a long day, guys.
Oh, I thought you meant to.
Okay. So if you click the second link, no, the first link, you should be able to sign in, create an account, I think. AWS Educate Credits, and then it'll tell you to request an account, and you'll get an email. I got mine within like 10 minutes saying that my account was approved.
You're a collaborator now. It's just awaiting your response towards it.
Cool, good stuff. Verify my email address for GitHub. Good.
And if you want to see the most up-to-date part of the project, it's not the default branch, it's the main integration branch, where I integrated both UI and backend.
Okay.
I don't know if you know anything about branching.
This is all pretty new to me. Like I said, my time with coding has been a decent bit of Java, but not enough to create a lot to memory. I can look at it and somewhat know what's going on, and same for HTML.
When you get into the repository, in the Team Purple repository, you'll see a drop-down that says branch:"dev." Just click that and switch it over to main integration, and you'll see what the most up-to-date is. And then you can clone from that.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately, they don't teach this stuff in school.
Yeah, and that's actually
That is correct.
that's something that I was thinking about too, because you work with this, and that's why it all kind of comes naturally. But stuff like right now, I'm just now getting I'm dipping my toes into Linux because I want to move in to do like sysadmin work or servers or something like that. Linux is going to be important. So, I don't think we have just like a straight up Linux course. We just have a little bit of Linux creeped into a class here and there. But I'm going to try to actually learn the operating system, get an edge.
Unfortunately, even if we had a Linux class, they just wouldn't teach enough. I started at BIPC and then transferred over to NSU, and neither college have I ever seen them teach a framework or even mention the word framework. Companies do not use pure languages very much. Like I've used Spring, Angular, stuff like that. They all use frameworks because it makes it faster and easier, more efficient, really. So if they would teach that they'd be doing more for the students than anything.
And I think a lot of it is getting hands-on with it too. I think kind of like with this project, like a lot of this, the fact that we're doing actual like the sprints, like we're building things, and then Dr. V's actually giving us feedback, and then we go back and fix stuff. There's a lot more learning in that than memorizing stuff. With coding classes, the fact that we got to do like projects and stuff, that's the only reason I know what I know about SQL and Java and stuff like that. And yeah, we learn like a functional amount because we have a semester to do it and other classes and stuff. A lot of people say like you don't learn that much in college. It's mostly like you learn enough and you get on the job and you really learn. And I think there's a bit of that added in too.
Oh yeah, I get that. It's just when I first got my first job, I realized there was so much more, and I couldn't believe how much more there was to learn.
And then imposter syndrome kicks in.
It definitely gets overwhelming, for sure.
I can definitely understand that. That's what intimidated me with code, because you learn like a quarter of it, and you're like, oh my God, there's so much I don't know. It's overwhelming. But I think it's kind of with everybody. Everyone talks about how it's like, I have to Google stuff to fix my stuff sometimes. Everyone's kind of like that.
I've been Googling stuff all day long.
Oh yeah.
Googling is part of every developer's job.
Yeah. Just like, wow, I don't remember exactly how this keyword is gonna operate in this context, that kind of thing. I work help desk for the university, / technician, I guess you would say, and that's a lot of us is Googling error codes, things like that. We have a lot of good documentation, which is awesome. We have a good team that actually keeps up with stuff, but still, the generic thing is that we're constantly Googling things, and a quarter of the stuff that comes in, we probably do have to hit up Google a little, at some point.
Yep.
There's plenty of truth to that. So yeah, I'm on GitHub. Let's see. I'm on GitHub. How do I actually get into the project? I'm actually like on the main page. I see all of the files towards the middle.
Okay, if you see a whole bunch of files where to the right they say things like 3 days ago, 9 hours ago, 6 hours ago. If you see, clone or download, you're in the main page.
Yep. That's me.
You should see a README at the bottom that really just says Team Purple, Group Project Sys Analysis, because there's nothing in the README.
Yeah. But yeah, that's like the page I'm on. Now, let's see.
Now, in order to get to the current code, you'll see a drop-down button above the files that says branch:"dev.
Okay.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, click that and switch it over to main integration.
Yeah, that's what you were talking about a while ago. Gotcha. I thought that you were talking about doing that when I'm actually in the code.
Oh, no. That's it's a GitHub thing. Branching just allows you to work on something without accidentally breaking or deleting something in the working code.
That's nice. That's good stuff, especially for lowly non-devs like us.
I do it all the time. Everybody does it. Everybody breaks something at some point. It's inevitable.
You have to isolate it in its own tiny environment so you don't break the big thing. I had a coworker get in trouble for getting too overzealous with PowerShell, so I know it exists. Poor fella. But yeah, I totally get that.
Well, I almost deleted my entire hard drive once in the command line, and had to pull the plug.
Ooh.
So that it wouldn't complete.
So the disk stopped spinning.
Yeah. I was scared to death to reboot.
I don't doubt it. It's like, am I gonna have an OS? Is it gonna have my files?
But luckily, I think it was only going to delete C drive, but considering everything is on C drive.
Yeah, it's like, okay, at least it only got everything except my backup drive, or my drive with my pictures or something like that. Got something out of it. Okay. So whenever I'm in the main integration branch, I
Oh,
go
you're
down.
gonna have to download Android Studio.
Okay,
Oh yeah, definitely do that.
fair enough. Are we getting that through the web or is it a Windows app? It looks like just
I got mine through the web.
Okay,
Yeah, just Google Android Studio, and it'll pull it up.
cool.
And once you actually get Android Studio in there, you need to import the project. Don't open it, import it, because if you open it, it's going to do all kinds of weird stuff, because that happened to me.
Don't want that.
I wasn't able to run it at all. And then you'll need to install an emulator, which is done inside of Android Studio. There's a button somewhere, and you click. You basically create a virtual cell phone or tablet. I'm currently using the Pixel 3a.
Okay, gotcha. That's fair. I might go with a Motorola Razor.
But it even lets you choose which operating system you want to use. And there's some weird ones. They name it after food, like ice cream sandwich. Yeah.
I know about Oreo and nougat and pie.
Yeah, I'm using Pi.
I think
I'm using ice cream sandwich because it sounded delicious.
that's great. I mean, that gives it character. I'm on an S8 Plus. Yeah, an S8 Plus, and I think
Me
the
too.
I think the last OS. You said it's Pi, right? So we have Pi, and that's probably it. I imagine they ended support after that. I hear Samsung in support after 3 years. Okay, I got Android Studio downloaded. But yeah, I'll play with this on my own time. We can like conclude, and I can
Yeah.
message y'all back and forth if need be. I think I've got most of the groundwork done to get into this stuff.
Sounds good.
Also, whenever it's time to actually get this hosted, I'm going to upload the working code into the master branch. So master is where we're going to need to actually host from,
Yeah.
just whenever it comes relevant.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna see if I can make it happen.
Okay.
All right, sounds good. I'll message y'all back and forth over the next couple of days. Hopefully this is simpler rather than not simpler. But we can still get it done.
Sounds good.
All right, I'll be talking to you guys.
Okay.
All right, talk to y'all later.
Okay,
All right.
bye.
Have a good night.
Y'all